Alright, now we're going to the washing table. This is where the magic happens. Now before you really clean up a saddle, it's imperative that you get the dirt out of it. And what I do is just get water. Water cleans a lot of things. Water and saddle soap. This is glycerin-based saddle soap, which is designed especially to strip leather. There it is there, it's like a liquid paste. It's like a paste, and just scrub it like this here. It's a messy job. Don't do this in your wedding whites, but you've got to get into it, mate. See all that old horse sweat coming off there now? And that's going to allow the oil to go into the pores. I'm not going to do the other side because I want to demonstrate a dry side. This will take about 15 minutes or an hour to dry in the sun. And now put it up on a stand like this here. So again, a bit of your glycerin-based saddle soap. Don't be afraid to scrub it. We're going to do one side so you'll see what it looks like compared with the other side. Okay, now we're going to get all that off there. And get off the underside there. Right. Contrary to popular belief, water doesn't damage saddlery. Lack of oil is what damages saddlery. A couple of clean terry cloths here. Just to hasten the progress, I'm going to wipe it down, wipe the water off, but ordinarily just leave it in a sunny day like this, and in 1 hour's time it's going to be dry. You can see how we cleaned up that side, how nice that is. The other side's got grime and dirt and stuff on it, but I'm leaving that side so you get a bit of a comparison going here. Okay, we've left the watering trough just 3 minutes ago. You can see already how water has got into there, and that's good. Shows you how thirsty this leather was. Just to hasten the process, I'm just buffing it with this, but like I said before, it's best if you let it dry naturally. There we go here, take that off there. And now, okay, with the saddle soap, we've already scrubbed the saddle, and now it's halfway dry. So I want to talk about the products you now need in this saddle. The first is leather oil. We just call it straight leather oil. It's tallow, which comes from cattle, and lanolin oil, which of course comes from sheep, and some tea tree oil just to make it smell pretty. I don't know why you'd want to be smelling pretty at 30 miles an hour on a horse going down a steep mine shaft, but however, that seems to be a deal. So, and then once you've done that, put that in, then you finish it with one stop. Now one stop is this, but contains quite a bit of beeswax in it, so that gets a bit of shine on the surface. And then I like this beeswax, straight beeswax, this is straight beeswax here, to really, if you've got some really bad leather that's very, very dry, you do all these processes and leave that beeswax on it overnight or 24 hours and then scrub it off. Don't use beeswax on intricate carving and stuff, because you'll be picking it out forever. Okay, so now let's, and this is Leather Keep, which is a leather conditioner, but it's great for scratches, and it's fantastic on shoes. It's wonderful. You put it, if your boots are a bit tight, slather it, put this on it and walk around for half a day and you forget you're wearing boots that yesterday were putting blisters on your feet. Great stuff, but good on saddles for scratches and things. So let's proceed now, and we'll put some oil into this baby. I tell you, there's nothing kills saddlery more quickly and more surely than no oil. After all, this was once running around the bush on a cow, right? And we cleverly removed it from the cow. But what we didn't do was take the oil system with it, and that went with the dead cow. So to maintain the leather, we have to very cleverly keep supplying a little bit of oil. So that takes over the natural production system that the cow had in the first place. So it's very easy. If you oil saddle on a regular basis, good leather will actually outlast you. So now we get an old paintbrush here, one of those $1 paintbrushes from the hardware store. And now I have in here leather oil, which is the first one I'm putting in. This is the leather oil. Now just slap it on like this. This is not, it's not heart surgery or any of that stuff. You're saving a dead animal. There's got to be something in that. But there you go. So you paint it on like this here. Just put it on like that. And now in a very short time, that's going to start going in. You see here, it's already starting to dry. Look at that. This is eating up this oil. It's just going through it. It's sucking it all in, and this is good. You can see it getting dry there now, and you get it getting dry around here. And now that's called the flesh side, and this is the top side, and we do that at the same time. Like I said, this is a very old saddle. Was very abused. Has not seen any oil for say 10 years, but you could actually restore this saddle, and as far as the leather goes, it wouldn't look too bad. It's just drinking up this leather like crazy. See that? Look at it, it's already soaked in. Now that's the proof of good leather oil, when it goes straight in. If it sits on the surface, it doesn't do any good at all. And remember, this is all natural stuff. There's no petroleum in it. There's nothing stuff that's going to harm anything, including your hands, your face. Just put it on your face. It's great. When you got a face as old as mine, you like a bit of soft stuff. Anyhow, it doesn't hurt your face. So look here. There we go. It's already dried in there. See that? This leather is saying, "Thank you, Colin. Thank you, thank you, thank you." I thought I was in the trash bin. Well, I got to tell you, you went close yesterday. But anyhow, moving on. So then we go here. Do this side. This is the flesh side. Slap that on there. Come over here. Do this side. Now that's how it's looking before I put the oil on it. Note that. Just slap it on. I'm not going to do the other side, so we've got a before and after one right here. There we go. There we go. We're going to leave that now for about 15 minutes. Oil will go into the flesh side much quicker than the top side. The top side has some coverings on it and some tannings, which makes the progress a little less. But now already, look at that. Look how much oil went in there. You wouldn't run your car without oil because it wouldn't go very far. Well, the same with saddlery in actual reality. If you do not oil your saddle, it's just going to give a big croak one day, and there goes your great investment. Here, look at that. Second coating of the oil. It's already gone in. Look at that. Now it's almost completely dry. That's 1 minute, maybe minute and a half. That's how dry that leather was. And already it's the problem with leather. If you don't oil it, it dries, and if it dries, it cracks. And if it cracks, it's punching out. All leather's trying to become dust to dust. That's what it's doing. But we cleverly know how to stop that happening. See, already that's got a bit of life in it. Look at that now. That was stiff as a board. And that's just with a little bit of care. Now what I'd like to do with this, now what I do is because this saddle was so bad, is I'll get the beeswax. There's the beeswax, beautiful stuff. And then I put that on, So we've done the high penetration oil. That went in after we cleaned it, of course. The next thing we're doing, when that soaks in, now we're putting straight beeswax on the top. This is going to give the saddle its old luster back. And that's now completely dry. Okay, so now we're going to beeswax that up. And this is what we're leaving overnight, so you don't have to listen to me all night, because we're just going to leave this like this, okay? Relax. That beeswax is amazing stuff. But we've prepared the surface of the leather. We cleaned it, we put leather oil in it, and then we put beeswax in it. Now tomorrow, that beeswax will be gone. There'll be a little bit of dried beeswax on it, buff that off, and then the maintenance thereafter is the one stop. This one stop is a mixture of the leather oil and the beeswax. That's the mixture. So you're just going to put that on regularly, and then you're going to fix up scratches with the leather keep. There you go. Let's take a look at the other side here for interest's sake, and we'll see what the other leather looked like in this short time from a very, very neglected saddle. That's coming on. Look at that. Beeswax has already got into that side. Now you can see the liveliness of this leather now. It's got a bit of life in it. At least the life's coming back. Look at this. Cardboard. Cardboard. It's saying, let me go, put me in a grave, I'm dead, I'm dead. We're saying, no you're not. We're going to save you, whether you like it or not. And you're going to feel beautiful in the morning. I'm Colin Dangaard with the Australian Stock Saddle Company. This is fun.